Today I'm going to be doing a grand campaign as the nation of Qing in Europa Universalis 4. In this grand campaign, we're going to be starting off as the Jurchen tribe of Jianzhou, located in Manchuria. We're going to form the nation of Manchu, then the Later Jin, and then finally, once we become Emperor of China, we're also going to form Qing, one of my favorite nations in the game. My goals for this grand campaign are to achieve historical Qing borders, and maybe even more, complete as much of the Qing mission tree as possible, and because we're going to be Emperor of China, complete all of the celestial reforms. Like I just said, Qing is one of my favorite nations in the game, and we don't really get to play as the Emperor of China that much, so I've been super excited to jump into this campaign. So, without further ado, let's jump in as Jianzhou into the first episode of this grand campaign. Alright, here we are as Jianzhou. Like I just said in the intro, man, a nation I've been looking forward to playing for such a long time. I love playing as these guys over here. I love playing as Qing, so let's get right into it, boys. Jianzhou, as you all know, we do start off with the steppe nomad tier 1 government reform, but of course, because we're going to be Emperor of China, we're not going to be staying a horde for very long, so no need to go through all of these right here. We do start off with the Jurchen ideas, which are really powerful. Plus 10% morale of armies, plus 15% national manpower, minus 10% land attrition for enemies, unrest and horde unity, land leader shock, manpower recovery speed, chance of a new heir, improve relations, and possible Manchu banners plus 15%. And speaking of Manchu banners, we do have the ability to recruit banner infantry and cavalry, which are really powerful. You can see their modifiers right there. And most importantly, we will still be able to do that even after we form the nation of Qing. So yeah, game plan is, man, you know, we got these missions right here. Fight some of these guys right here, because once we do form Manchu, and these are the requirements, basically we need Jilin and a couple of other provinces, we gain cores on everything else. So we don't really want to conquer all of these guys immediately. So yeah, let's introduce the vision quest right here. Adopt yellow shamanism. I am gonna set rivals right at the start. Let's just do Haishi on Orochoni right here. We can do Korea as well. We only have one estate, obviously, which is the tribes. That is gonna change later. So yeah, that will fulfill itself when we're independent. And then we're gonna give these guys, larger tribal hosts. And then what were the other ones? Yeah, I guess it's just these two. We need army tradition for more. So there we go, sell and seize, and now we can do that as well for some of those guys as loyalty. And excellent, man. So we don't really need any allies here because we're a horde. Obviously, we got the CBs instantly, so there's our army right there. We are going to be losing quite a lot of money at the start, but we do also want to get banners up. So what I'm going to do here is actually delete one regular horse, just like that, I think, and then we're gonna put down some banners, cavalry. We can do 4 of them. I will go ahead and do 4 of them. There we go. We just need to wait for these guys to fill up. They do spawn with only 100 men. We got Chungsan right here as our ruler, which is excellent. And yeah, let's wait for December 11th and probably immediately declare on Haishi. Okay, so a month has almost ticked over, but Haishi has found itself an ally, the nation of Orochoni up here. Now, like I just said, we do need 20 provinces here that are Jurchen or Manchu for us to be able to form Manchu, and that will give us cores on everything else. However, if we wanted a co-belligerent Orochoni over here, Shibei does come in. Now, we got 7 provinces, 4 more from Haishi, that's 7, and then, sorry, no, that's 11. And 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So maybe we could co-belligerent Orochoni and take like 2 more from Shibei, which will give us cores on everything that Nanai, Nivik, Solon, and the rest of Shibei own. I think that's the way to do it, man. Now, we will be extremely outnumbered here, but we can separate peaceful annex Orochoni and then siege both of these guys down and just take 4 from Haishi and 2 from Shibei right here. But if we are gonna do that, I need to wait for these guys to fill up, and I need a merc company. So let's do that. We are gonna be pretty poor at the start, man. I did only hire 1 advisor. We're gonna be losing lots of money, but luckily everything will get fixed once we start fighting Ming, so no big deal. All right, we've waited a little bit. These guys are almost full. The merc company has morale. I think it's time we go ahead and declare, boys. So there's our declaration on Haishi, tribal feud, conquest of Jilin, for example, co-belligerent Orochoni, not co-belligerent Shibei. Let's go. First war. This the start as Jianzhou, man, it is relatively quick. There we go. Extremely quick peace out on Orochoni, ladies and gentlemen. It's only been a couple of months, so let's go ahead and separate piece them, take all of their money, and best thing we can do right now at the start, raise provinces. That's right, let's take advantage of this while we're still a horde, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, it'll make the provinces even cheaper to core, and we do gain some other nice stuff as well. So there we go. Let's core all of those up. After we're done with them, we'll be at like whatever. So yeah, let's just fight Heishi and Shibe, man. Luckily, none of these guys over here got a level 3 or even level 2 fort, except for me. I'm so much stronger than all of them. It's not even funny. Like, it was insta stack wipes on everyone we just fought. There we go. 3 battles, 3 stack wipes, man. Perfect. Okay, let's siege like super quick. The dumbest thing that usually happens is Oirat allying one of these guys right here. Sometimes it's Korchin, now it's Shibe, and Oirat is their only ally. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have full annexed Orochoni in that case, but how was I know this was supposed to happen? Okay, yeah, we should have co-belligerented these guys. There's actually no reason we didn't co-belligerate them. Damn. Okay, let me siege them down and we'll see what we do. We're also the only one of these guys along with Heishi that starts with feudalism, so that's one, thing we don't have to dev for. Obviously, everyone knows by now these guys are pretty similar in how they play, but Jianzhou is by far the most powerful one, so that's why we're starting as them. And that's the peace out. 4 full annex on Heishi and 2 provinces from Shibe. We can't take more even if we want to, and we'll just figure out a way to work around this alliance that Oirat has established with Nanai as well later. So there we go. That's another war done. We do have the province of Jilin. Now all we got to do is just core up all the provinces that we took, and then we'll be able to form Manchu. Excellent. Let's not forget about raising, of course. At this point, we can do a mission, unite the fragments, permaclaim on Manchuria, and 2 advanced cavalry regiments will appear in our capital. Which one are they? Steppe Raiders. Those are... Whoa, those are Miltech 10 cavalry regiments? You're kidding me. I'm definitely keeping those guys around. Let's get rid of the 2 regular Eastern Swarm cavalry guys. And there we go. By lowering army maintenance, getting rid of the Merc Company, and mothballing forts, we're not even losing money. So we're chilling. Let's wait for these provinces to core up. But yeah, man, as for what historical Qing borders are, it's kind of hard to judge off the EU4 map, but it's pretty much like all 3 regions in China, Tibet, Manchuria, most of Mongolia, not all of it, like without some of these provinces right here, and then some more provinces like over here. So how are we gonna do that? I don't know. I guess we'll have to judge based on what the provinces and areas look like and whatnot, but I think it's like these over here, something like that. But we might just go for like all of Mongolia too, in case you guys want it. Maybe like all of Korea as well, in case you guys want it. So like I said, historical-ish Qing borders. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. This campaign is gonna go on for quite a while, so you guys should be seeing this on May 5th. I think the last episode of this is gonna drop May 29th, so we got all month to enjoy this wonderful Qing campaign here. And there we go, folks. The rest of the provinces that we took have been cored up, and we can instantly form Manchu. We'll gain prestige. Our country will change to Manchu. Obtain new missions. I think it's these same ones. They just expand a little bit. Manchu identity, obviously, the Jurchen culture turns into the Manchu culture. And yeah, this happens. So there we go. We will take new traditions and ambitions. They are different, aren't they? Okay, minus 5% land maintenance, plus 1 land leader shock, morale of armies as a finisher, manpower and CCR super powerful, even more banners, plus 25%, stab discount, institution spread, horde unity plus 1 instead of plus 0.5, cav combat plus 15%, miltech discount, and AE impact. So yeah, that's nice. Missions are the same, and we've gotten cores interesting on all of Manchuria. That's right, I forgot we get them down here as well. And actually, we could get events where Ming just gives us some of these provinces. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's figure out a way to fight Solon and Nivik and Nanai and Shibe now. Yeah, maybe even Korchin too, if we have some favorable alliances. And we do actually want to complete quite a few of these missions before we turn to Qing, because there are some really good ones right here. We'll examine them as we move along. So because we have the Rise of Manchu right here, and I think Ming gets that event as well, the Rise of Manchuria, because of that, Korea just went independent. And wait, frick me, I forgot. That's right, we stopped being a Ming tributary, man. The most important thing. That means we can't fight Korchin without fighting Ming. Yeah, Okay, we'll see how we do this. We'll see how we do this. But yeah, you do generally want to form Manchu immediately, even if this happens. They don't want us to become their tributary. Interesting. They do like me, though, and I am royal married, so we'll see. Either way, let's move on with our conquest, man. I'm going to be declaring on Nivik, co-belligerenting Solon. We got cores on everything, so we're just doing a regular reconquest. And there we go. We're done. We're taking literally everything here. Only 6 aggressive expansion and this one province we can't see. My navy got defeated. No big deal. Don't need a navy either way. So there we go. There's a peace out on all of Solon and Nivik's provinces. Now we also border Ainu. I do want to get involved with Ainu early here just to take this one province from them that's actually in Manchuria. I don't think we'll be conquering Japan at all this campaign. Yeah, depending on what you guys want, but right now it's definitely not a priority. Like, I'm willing to accept me conquering Korea or something like that, but I don't know about all of Japan. Either way, let's think of a way to fight these guys. All right, we can't raise these. They're insta-cores. And Ming? An offer to become a tributary? Oh no, that is so bad. How will I ever progress my game if I do that? Everything is working out, isn't it? But now they've lost Korchin. Or have they? No, they haven't. Okay, good. That means we can fight Korchin. Now, as for the time to declare on Ming, man, some people like to do it as soon as they pass their first celestial reform right here, because they're on low mandate and we are a miltech above them. Keep in mind, at this point, right now, we can literally crush Ming. We can absolutely obliterate them. The way I like to do it is maybe, you know, eat up all of these guys first, depending on what's happening, maybe even push into Korea or Mongolia. I generally like to fight Ming when doing the Qing campaign after they pass their second reform. But it's totally up to you guys how you want to do it. But yeah, this could, of course, be used as a Qing guide too, boys. Keep that in mind. I actually might want to spy on Uesugi right here, or actually on Ashikaga, to steal their maps of Ainu. Right? Because it's interesting, I can see almost all of Japan, except for this up here. Of course, when we do form the Manchu culture, we do enter the Chinese culture group, which of course helps us when we're the emperor and these provinces are auto-accepted and whatnot. We can even already build buildings. How many centers of trade do we have right here? I think it's only this one, right? We don't have one right here in Jilin, or do we? Yes, we do. Okay, let's put one of these down in our capital, man. Trade? Pretty bad while we're over here, but of course later as Qing we're making a ton of money, so let's prep for that, man. Let's prep for that. Yeah, actual construction. Why tier though? Why is it better? I guess, sure. Either way, man, let's move on with our conquest. I'm gonna declare on Korchin right here while we still have the tech advantage over everyone else, except for Korea, of course. Yeah, just regular tribal feud on Korchin. They should be full annexable. And then I'll also eat up Nanai right here without co-belligerenting them. Yeah. Alrighty, both of these guys have been beaten up. There's a peace out on Nanai, obviously, because they're not a co-belligerent. We gain more aggressive expansion than we need, but no big deal. It's all our cores. And then a peace out on Korchin. This is going to be a full annex. Once again, coalitions are not a risk right here because, well, Shibei is going to be the only guy that's left that's mad at us. So there's a full annex on Korchin as well. And if we didn't have this stupid alliance right here, Shibei would be gone by now as well. But we can do a decision. Encourage divination, religious sacrifices. Sure, we're gonna do both of them. Let's support the tribes once again. And there's the Qing Dynasty. Yeah, we just need to own these 4 highlighted provinces that you see right here. 3 from Ming, 1 from Mongolia to be able to form Qing. I think I'll probably end up fighting Oirat before I fight Ming. Yeah, because we want to declare Mongolia right here, and then we want to eat up Shibei as well. Yeah, we'll probably do something like that. But these provinces aren't cores, so we can go ahead and raise them. Okay, let's see what we do after this. Boys, I just found out the most annoying thing about the Ming War. They're allied to Korea. Actually, these guys are actually getting kind of a big amount of separatists, man. Imagine they blow up after the first, after passing the first reform. Almost never happens, and I don't think Oirat right now is big enough to trigger Unguarded Nomadic Frontier for them. Maybe if... Oh, they are integrating Mongolia, okay. Maybe we do it after that, but that's only like 8 years. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, now we're at Tech 4 in every category. The Renaissance has spawned. Might as well use up all of these Diplo and Mill points to dev it up, man. So let's activate Encourage Dev in Jilin right here. Let's bump it up equally up to 15. Then I'll expand infrastructure, and then I'll keep pushing in Diplo and Mill. Yeah, let's do that. And there it is. Didn't even use up all my points, but the Renaissance has appeared in Jilin. 36 dev, man. Almost, actually, more than Beijing, which is, I think, where we're gonna move our capital automatically later once we're Qing. This is like the perfect opportunity to declare our Ming too. Look, so many rebels, no manpower, no troops, zero mandate, man. Yeah, I might have to change up my strategy here, honestly. It's just this Korea being involved is the most annoying thing, man. They're pretty annoying to piece out, especially with all of their forts. Let me core these up and build up the army a bit, and I'll think about it. In fact, let me just raise some banners. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do need 8 of those guys for a mission right there. 90% of the force limit. I guess that can be fixed with a merc company. Oh, we actually have a ton of manpower. The frick, I don't need a merc company, and loans are huge. Now we should be able to get, yeah, there it is, the 8 banners plus 33% army drill gain until the end of the game for banners only. And now we'll lose corruption when recruiting banners instead of gaining it. That's why I got corruption, boys, because I was recruiting those guys. Anything else we need to do before we fight Ming? Yeah, I actually want to do this mission and this mission before we fight Ming. Tier 2 Gov reform time. Let's go with Martial Society for now. Okay, got 12,000 cav. Or do I? Oh, well, it's not 12 regiments. It's 12,000, isn't it? Okay, so once these guys raise up right here, we'll be able to do this mission and this mission. Wait, Ming broke tributary status with me. Why would they do that? I mean, I guess they saved me some, what you call it? They saved me some losing stab, but now I do have a truce with them. Oh, I'm a great power, right? Yeah, I'm 3rd on the great powers list. It's because I embraced the Renaissance. It was like 300 ducats. I just took out loans, but not bad. We wouldn't be on here if we didn't have it, though, but we'll be rising very soon, boys. By the way, what will be the goal for this episode 1 of this playthrough? I guess it's just forming Qing, right? I guess after we form Qing, we could call it like that, you know, at that point, but we'll see depending on how you know, quick or slow we are. Yeah, I've rivaled Oirat Ming in Korea, so what? Okay, the cav has finally filled up, which means we can reorganize the tribes, we gain all of those nice bonuses, and we lose autonomy in provinces of our culture, which is nice. Then we can dominate rival Jurchens. The rise of Nurhaci happens. Oh, we gain such a good ruler with this and proclaim a new dynasty, man. So there he is. He will, you know, he becomes ruler and he gets a legendary conqueror, which is insane. We can turn him into an insanely powerful general, or we can just add him as, what you call it, as an advisor. Why anyone would do this, I don't know. Now, he is an absolutely insane general, and we will obviously obliterate Ming with him, but I think roleplay-wise, I think we do take him as a ruler instead, even though, you know, both of these guys are really good. So I am gonna go with this option right here. 666 legendary conqueror at 18 years old, dude. Oh my god, minus 5 years of separatism, plus 10% shock damage. This guy is, well, I like it. Now, we also gain another guy right here. That's not him, is it? Chief Nurhaci Aisin Jioro. No, that's not him, but there you go. A 5-5 general? This guy's even better than him. What the hell? Now this mission right here, issue the 7 grievances. We need 75% manpower, which we're actually pretty close to, but we also need 300 dev. So I would need to dev 17 more times. That will grant us the event of 7 grievances, which will give our ruler a powerful modifier as we commence our conquest of China. Should we do this before we fight Ming? I think I'll like that modifier, but yeah, in the meantime, man, we still got that. Oh, wait. Mughal conquest of Karadel. What's going on here? Oh, Mogulistan or Chagatai has declared on Karadel, which is a Ming tributary. Yeah, I still can't fight them. I don't want to truce break them. Maybe we get involved with Oirat and Mongolia. They're about to annex them in 1463. Truce is up 1463. Yeah, there's no point in waiting for Oirat to annex Mongolia. All right, boys, let's gear up. It's time to destroy Shibei and take as much of Mongolia as we can. Also, by doing this first, we don't have to dev to get that mission versus Ming. They're still on low mandate, by the way. All right, let's go, man. There's our declaration on Mongolia. Tribal feud. We are gonna go in for... do we have it for Shilingol? Yes, we do. That is the main province that we need from them. We need it to form Qing. I can't co-belligerent Shibei because who cares? Yeah, let's go, man. Boom. There's our first major war started. All right. Shibei here will be easy. Let's walk into Shill and Goal. These guys, they're not annoying to fight. They're just so big and the war is so slow. I'm just absolutely destroying these guys now, especially with Mill 5 over 4. All right, that's Shibei out. Nice. Okay, we got all of Manchuria, I think. Well, no, with the exception of that one Mongolian province. This one Ainu province that I can actually see now. That's excellent. And then these Ming provinces. Okay, let's move on with these guys, man. It's just super slow. Yeah, this is probably what I'm gonna take right here, man, in the peace deal. I gotta go 100% for that, though. Or maybe I don't. That's our first war with Oirat/Mongolia. Done. We're looking pretty beefy right now, boys. Should have more than 300 dev. Yes, we do. So Ming should be able to get that disaster right now. Yeah, I can't believe it, but these guys aren't gonna recover even after that first Celestial Reform, dude. And we haven't messed with them at all so far. It was all them. So, yeah, as soon as our truce with them is up, which is actually in just a couple of months, I think I'll fight them. Or, wait, let's core the Mongolian stuff first, raise up, you know, see where we're at. Let's go back home. And there we go, we're at just annexed Mongolia because obviously we shrunk them. Okay, so I think our manpower is recovered now, and we can take the mission, issue the 7 grievances. I don't know which of these one of the following must be true we're fulfilling, because I haven't insulted Ming. I guess it's the smaller army and less prestige one. But yeah, this event happens. Our time has come. Manchu gets declaration of the 7 grievances until the death of our current guy, giving us plus 20% siege ability and +1 global attacker dice roll bonus. Do you know how powerful that second modifier is? It's absolutely insane. But yeah, the 7 grievances, these are all 7 of them. Our time has come, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I finish coring the stuff we took from Mongolia, we're gonna be hitting Ming, and we're gonna be hitting them hard. I can't believe that this is one of the easier ones I've done. I gotta say, if I've played Manchu like 10 times, I gotta say this is, yeah, only maybe 2 or 3 of them have been easier than this. So yeah, we just need those 3 provinces and we'll be able to form Qing, man. As long as we also have the Mandate of Heaven, of course. The 2 ways to do it are, you either destroy the Mandate by full annexing Ming and you can stay a Horde Qing, which is super powerful, or you steal the Mandate and then you can insta-form Qing, right? That should be the requirements right there. See, is the Emperor of China is the final one, but if the Emperor of China doesn't exist, you can still do it without being the Emperor of China. So if you guys don't like the Mandate mechanics and you still want to play as Qing, which is honestly awesome, destroy Ming, full annex them, destroy the Mandate, then you'll be able to form Qing. And that's a great way to do it too, man, because you can pretty much erase all of China as you're conquering Ming. But if we do become the Emperor of China, all of it is free cores. So Manchu, man, free cores on Manchuria and North China, Shinan and South China. Sign me up. But yeah, man, it's been so long since I've played with the Mandate mechanics. Obviously, we take them every time we play a Ming releasable, and those are so fun as well. But the last time I actually did Celestial Reforms was when I played Ming for the first and only time in my life in Ming A to Z. So I'm really excited to properly play the Empire of China mechanic, which I know a lot of people hate. Personally, I love. It is happening. It is happening. Okay, we don't really care even if it's happening or not. Okay, I actually reorganized my army properly now. We're actually doing 50-50 stacks, you know, half infantry, half cavalry. While we're a horde, let's enjoy that. We're actually at force limit, and since our force limit is 22, in a normal game I do 22-4, right? Yeah, 22-4, or wait, was it? I forgot all my combat widths. Hold up. I'm actually forgetting them. Let me open up my Discord and take a look, because we have a pinned sheet of all the optimal combat widths. Join the Discord, by the way, if you haven't already. I know I haven't plugged in a long time, but awesome community right there, man. And yeah, just fun stuff going on. MPs being organized, A to Z's being organized. You know, you play every nation in a row. So yeah, join the Discord if you haven't, while I look for this pinned sheet. All right, the army has been reorganized, 14-14 with these extra stacks on the side. However, we are maxing out on points, I just noticed. So it is time to take Admin 5 and Diplo 5, and it is time for our first idea group. Now, since we are going to be playing with the Mandate mechanics right here, man, we do need to consider a lot of things. So even though I want to take mill idea groups, this may not be a mill idea group campaign. I definitely want, like, trade to make us money along with economics. So trade and economic ones we gotta get. I feel like we should also do infrastructure and court because they are really important for China gameplay and Empire of China gameplay as well. But then I kind of also want to take admin right here and one of Diplo or influence. I really don't know. I really don't know. Okay, let's put a pin in admin, Diplo, and influence and say that I for sure want economic, trade, infrastructure, and court. What's the order we go in? Maybe court first? I feel like it'll be least useful if we take it first. Maybe trade first, but then again, yeah, I really don't know. We're definitely not taking a mill one though. Trade infrastructure actually has a great policy, so yeah, I'm gonna open up with trade, even though it's not optimal right now. Everything we're doing is a setup for later, boys. This might even be considered a tall Qing playthrough, depending on how much we conquer. But yeah, like I said, the only thing I'm opening up to, being open to conquering extra is Korea. I'll think about Japan and stuff down here. All right, we've picked up Miltech 6, so now we're ahead of Ming by attack. I built up the army even more. Provinces from Mongolia have mostly finished coring. The reason I was waiting is I don't want Ming walking in and stopping the coring. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and declare on Ming. We are gonna take Mandate of Heaven right here, 50% aggressive expansion and 50% cost for all provinces, but we do want to take the Mandate as well, so I guess we'll focus on our cores here and some provinces up north. Sure, we could go the discombobulated style of grabbing Canton and Nanjing so we can farm some more, Mandate, but really no need for that. We're gonna do it the right way. So there's take Mandate of Heaven. Korea is in as well. I'm not gonna co-belligerent them. I'm just gonna make them end the alliance with Ming, peace them out as soon as possible. Let's get it. It's time to claim the Mandate of Heaven. Oh, great. They're also fighting Oirat right now. Always annoying. I should have noticed that, but I didn't. Korea's been pieced out. There we go. We still getting more events about what's going on in Ming. Ming has 75% progress towards unguarded nomadic frontier. I think, boys, what's gonna happen is they're definitely gonna blow up, man. They're definitely gonna blow up, which is obviously great for me, because then me being the Emperor of China, it's gonna be way easier to conquer all of those guys, since we're gonna have cores on them on every single province we occupy. So maybe that's why right now there's definitely an argument to be made for not taking that many provinces that Ming has, because we are gonna gain cores on all of their Chinese provinces. So maybe we just take like these 3 right here, which aren't in China, which we'll have to core anyway, and then we take these 3 that are in the North Hebei province, just so we got, Ming surrounded, Beijing surrounded, and then we get our cores over here. Yeah, because why waste admin points, right? So let's actually check the damage for that. So obviously we want to claim the Mandate of Heaven immediately. We're doing that roleplay wise, and then we want to take this, and this. Okay, that is possible. I just gotta go for 100%. That is possible. We'll do this. And there's a Nomad Frontier. Lose 2 stab, lose 20 Mandate. Yeah, it's just a disaster. Another mission we can do right now, which is bypass the Great Wall. If we complete this mission while at war with the Emperor of China, which we are, lose 2 war exhaustion and gain manpower. Otherwise, I could get stabbed. But yeah, this one's good too. This one's good too. We got so much manpower, man. It's insane. More than we can technically have. Now, we do want to do the Later Jin before we do Qing, right? What do we need for this? What's the highlighted provinces? Okay, it's that. And what else could we do? Could we do this before? But that's only until we form Qing. And these are related to Korea, which I guess we won't be doing, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll try and do these 3 missions over here before we form Qing. Oirat has ended the war. They took like a province? Come on, man. Oirat, you can do better, bro. And Ming is willing to accept this, ladies and gentlemen. Ming is willing to accept. Let's take a bit of money from them, and that's what we're doing, man. We are taking the Mandate immediately. Our cores back, and then stuff we don't need to core from the region of Mongolia here, along with Beijing and 2 other provinces next to Beijing. So that's our first war with Ming done, and we are officially the Emperor of China. Yes. Okay. We can raise these provinces, right? Our capital, no, it didn't move to Beijing, but it did insta become our core. Interesting. Okay, so let me wait. Oh, right. We can't raise. We are the Celestial Empire. Okay, it did insta become our core. So, okay, we did get the Mandate missions. These are separate to, whoever becomes the Emperor gets these missions, so we'll get on those later. But there's proclaimed the Later Jin. And there we go. Now we're the Later Jin, of course. And I guess we wanted to do this one as well, which I need one more province for. Although that 50 power projection would be nice, but we're already maxing. Okay, let me see if we insta-form Qing right here, because we can. As long as we stay at Beijing, of course, or do we try and do some missions? Let's go back home. I think our tech group changed to Eastern as well. Yeah, to Chinese. We stopped being a horde, and we're still Tengri, aren't we? Right? All right, either way, we do need to start playing with the mandate immediately. Now, I can pass a reform. I won't do it until we're at 100, though. So what do we do here? Conduct population census is obviously always nice for the money, but let me examine these other ones. Fort maintenance, infantry combat ability, this one, tech discount, institutions. Yeah, we do want to do a census, actually. Not passing any reforms just yet, boys. Ming, this actually does increase the chance of Ming not blowing up. And there we go, we are going to be losing some mandate because we're not controlling Nanjing and Canton, but we're still good. But now, not only did we get claims on the entirety of China and cores on the, most important cities, but we also have access to the, let's scroll all the way down here, to the Unified China CB. Every single province that we siege down in that war will turn into our core. So everything you see highlighted right here, it's all free real estate. It's just is. It's just is. Oh, my really strong guy died. Oh, well, rest in peace, dude. Now, with us being the Emperor, obviously, we're liable to get all of those disasters that Ming can get, right? Unguarded nomadic frontier and all those other horrible ones in the Age of Reformation. I can't get this one now because I guess Oirat isn't powerful enough, so we will be able to avoid those. Later, of course, we'll tributary Uzbek, or if there's a big horde over there. And yeah, I didn't mention that, but I do want to tributary everyone that we border, proper playthrough. Right now, I don't think anyone can accept, and the only nation I actually want to be my tributaries right now are these guys down here. And yeah, there's no getting tributaries right now, right? Established tributary, Ainu. Well, maybe after I steal this from them. Let's try this. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, we got all of Manchuria. Now, something I've actually never been able to get a grasp on when doing the Emperor playthrough right here is meritocracy. Like, what is it? What is meritocracy? It's not legit. Wait, it is like legitimacy, isn't it? I just noticed that now. 10 years of playing EU4, I've just noticed that meritocracy replaces legitimacy or Republican tradition or horde unity. I see. And actually, having low meritocracy freaking sucks balls. Ooh! We have the estates. The eunuchs. The biggest mother frickers of all time. Yeah, let's try and analyze these missions that have eunuchs right here. There's a lot to look at now, boys, and I'm just yapping. You know what? I'll go drink my mimosa. Happy May the 2nd, by the way. Day after whatever. And I'll think about it. Yeah, there's a lot of eunuch missions right here, man. This one, we either need to impose restrictions and gain crown land or whatever, or we make them weak or powerful. I don't know. There's a lot to take in with these missions, and there'll be even more once we form Qing. But yeah, right now I'm improving relations with Yarkand in order to complete this mission for the Horde, so then we can do a Manchu script, and yeah, maybe we do this one too? Or is there a real need? I don't think there's any real need to do these. Yeah, maybe we just form Qing. Okay, so yeah, I think I am gonna form Qing, boys, once we quarter these provinces up and add North Hebei as a state. In the meantime, I am gonna give out estate privileges and stuff, but I think we want to keep the eunuchs weak, right? What privileges do they have? So they have the autonomy one and reducing the influence of other guys. Then we got the possible advisors. We don't need that. Probably don't need this either. Yeah, there are some decent ones, man, but yeah, I think we keep the eunuchs weak. I think you do want to do stuff with them if you're Ming, but if you don't have them from the start, like now, I don't think we mess with them too much. Okay, gave out all of those and we're still at 33. I didn't sell, I just seized, so that's actually pretty good. All of the estate privileges that we need are done. Now let's pay off these loans. Oh, and now since we're not a horde, even though we do have banners and can still, wait, we can still have banners, right? Yeah, we can still have banners. Okay, we're good. I just couldn't recruit them from the state interface. It's actually only in Manchu culture provinces, right? We do want to normalize the style of our army. Wait, we add ourselves as a historical friend? Ooh, 100 mandate. Do we want to pass one of these now? Or do we want to fight someone? I think we do pass one of them now, man, because we'll get up to 50 pretty quick. So, okay, which one do we want to do? I guess we do want to do this first one, man, because it does give us meritocracy. So there we go. We can introduce the Gaitu Gu Iliu. I've never actually read any of these in my life, I gotta be honest. But there's our first Celestial Reform passed. Okay, we dropped down to 30, and we haven't lost too much stab, so we are still fairly stable. Okay, let's wait for it to get above 50, and then we'll probably fight Oirat or Korea. Okay, so we are doing this mission after all. Basically, we did it by allying them, which gives us Army Tradition and Special Force Limit, right? No. It's the first one. We just gain a Diplomat. What a wonderful mission. Okay, let's pay off the loan and do this one too. Let's take this. Final loan paid off, which means we can also take this. And yeah, all the cores are done, which means we can also add North Hebei as a state, full core, everything right here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we can go ahead and establish the Great Qing, form Qing, the Qing Dynasty. There it is. Beijing will become our new capital. Culture in Beijing changes to Manchu. We gain a core, country changes, new missions, government rank changes to empire, permaclaims, which we already have, monthly autonomy change, and we will also become Confucian. And there is the Qing Dynasty. We will take new traditions and ambitions, one of the best colors in the game. We are, of course, an empire, even though we already were. And just take a look at these great Qing ideas, man. Minus 25% CCR, minus 10% A impact, minus 15% advisor discount, plus 30% possible banners. So it's 15 when you're Jianzhou, then it increases to like 20, now it's like 30. Manpower and manpower recovery speed, unrest, separatism and meritocracy. This is actually insane. Admin efficiency plus 5%, a super rare and super powerful national idea right there. State maintenance, monthly autonomy change, and morale of armies and prestige from land battles minus 50%. So absolutely insane. There we go. Let's continue conducting a population census right here because I do need the money, but we are Qing, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we've actually kept our initial missions. That's not bad. And these down here are the Qing missions, right? And then the middle ones are the Emperor ones. That's right. Okay, so we get like 3 separate mission trees in this. Okay, no point in waiting around to do these then. And we still got the Korea ones, which is absolutely excellent. Okay, let me analyze these, and we still gotta wait for mandate to go up. This event makes you lose meritocracy? Radical reforms, alright, because advisors are so important to the Empire of China. We're pretty low on meritocracy, man. I think it'll get fixed later on. Okay, I've just analyzed the missions right here, and a lot of these have to do with government reforms and expanding more. So we really can't focus on anything right now except for maybe pushing into Korea, which do we want to do? We don't have a truce, but mandate is low. We do gain, let's see, what do we gain from this? Currently, yeah, not that good. Plus 20% fire and shock damage received. Korea's gonna roll us, man. They got strong armies. Let's not underestimate them. Or do I force tributary on Korea right now, maybe? And you guys later, once this video is out, you can tell me whether you want me to leave them as a tributary or actually conquer them. Oh, Ming has started to blow up. So we could fight Shu right here. The only reason I'm not doing it is because we're not connected. But if someone pops out and we're connected to them, yeah, we're going, man. Just picked up admin a little earlier. Here it is. Time for our second idea group. Now, let's take a look at infrastructure. We do need prosperity for Emperor of China. Anything else that we like right here? Well, we like pretty much everything. I was just wondering if we go economic or infrastructure first, but let's actually go infrastructure. Yeah, there it is. Hey, Korea is actually willing to accept being my tributary. Is it because I'm increasing my army size so much? But yeah, let's do that. So for now, boys, we'll establish tributary on them, you know, play the whole mandate thing. And if you guys want, we will conquer them in future episodes. But they were slightly disloyal. It's so easy to get these guys loyal, man. You just gotta send them some money. So I'll even take out a loan right here, even though loans aren't that good for Emperor of China. Bestow gifts. There we go, easy enough. And from them, I will ask admin power as tribute. There we go. That's what we're gonna do. So there's actually a mission. Is it? Oh, it is the first one. Right. You can do it as a right. So let's get that. That does give us a permaclaim on Korea, so we can conquer it later if we want to. Then the Hermit Kingdom, since they're a subject, the event will grant us the ability to adopt an aspect of Korea as part of our country. Let's see. So we can study their alphabet, tech discount for 25 years, goods produced, manpower, idea discount. And culture conversion cost. Let's go with the idea discount. We're working on 2 idea groups. There we go. That's an aspect of Korean we'll adopt. Since we have a temple in Jianzhou, we lose 1 corruption and we gain a great temple. Excellent. And then this one right here, we need religious unity. And we did enforce yellow or black shamanism though. And it is Confucian, but we don't have that much harmony, do we? Yeah, that's the reason we can't do that one. Right, I'm harmonizing Vajrayana right now, because it gives us production efficiency. Cool. I didn't realize we could do it this way, but yeah, for now, Korea's a tributary. Let me know in the comments if you want me to conquer them. And also, boys, if you're enjoying this Qing Grand Campaign, man, or if you want to see, you know, other Grand Campaigns and stuff like that, and you want to stay up to date about when new episodes drop, definitely hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't already, because there's Qing Grand Campaigns and a lot more coming right up in just a few days. 75% cheaper skill 3 advisor, and we gain mandate. I do want that. I do want that. Let's see, do we have any other super cheap advisors? Not yet. We do have a half cost level 2 guys, actually. Let's get that improved relations guy. There's trade wrapped up. There's a 4th merchant. For now, we can put him in Xi'an, I guess. Transfer to Beijing. Why not? I'm not, by the way, no trade companies. I'm intending to state everything we conquer. But ladies and gentlemen, now that we finally have 50 more than 50 mandate, and actually we can take, now wait a minute. These unique government reforms, I'm not seeing them. Are they later? I swear they were earlier. Okay, no, they're not. So we got the examination system. These we kind of have to take if we're playing in China, bruh. So strengthen Confucian bureaucracy, the examination system. We got these right here. Anything else later on? It can't be just those 2, is it? Either way, tier 2 gov reform time. We're really not gonna need all that manpower this campaign, so I'm even inclined to curtail clerical privileges right here for the money, but nah, strengthen noble privileges. Come on, bro. Either way, what I was gonna say is we're finally above 50 mandate, boys. Let's go ahead and declare on Oirat. We're gonna conquer as much as we can from them. They even own a province in China. And yeah, we're still waiting for our truce with Ming to expire to push further into China. So let's just go for Mongolia, man. The region of Mongolia. Meanwhile, this insane guy right here, still in power. He is a little indulgent, but you know, it's acceptable when you form one of the most powerful empires in history. 41, so we're gonna have him for a little bit more, I hope. Heir, still the older guy. Damn, I hope I don't lose this dynasty, man. I don't want to disinherit this guy because of the prestige shit, but frick, I hope I don't lose the dynasty. Frick, I'm actually gonna get rid of him. I don't want him to be older than this guy, you know? And these guys are still young enough to have another child, so get out of there, bro. Get out of there. Oh my god. The siege lasted like less than a month, dude. I know I did bomb the fort, I will admit that, but it was still so quick. And that's a 99% on Oirat, ladies and gentlemen. We do want almost everything that they have, so let's just, you know, start taking stuff over here. We're not going to be doing any border gore or anything like that. Okay, so I guess that's it. There we go. There's our second war with Oirat done, and we've expanded further into Mongolia, and we did nab a free province over in China proper. Now, there's another mission. We've ended the Yuan finally power projection, which we don't need. Everything excess will be converted to monarch points. 10 mandate and dominance of the horse lords will be refreshed for another 10 years. Yeah. And I just remembered I said we'd call this episode 1 after we formed Qing, but I guess I just continued playing. Okay, let's do another war with Ming, and then we'll call it. You know, based on what we're doing this campaign, boys, this grand campaign, this might even be a 3-episode one. Yeah, this might even be a 3-episode one. If we push it to 4 episodes, I guess I'd probably go for Japan and Burma and Indochina as well, but I really did want to play with the whole tributary stuff, you know. But yeah, we're doing all right so far, boys. But our truce with Ming is finally up, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and declare on them. They are fighting Yarkand right now, helping out their boy Saggy Yogurt, and oh, Korea will help them. Can I make... No, I don't have favors with them. I was gonna say make them not join somehow, because actually last year, while we still had the truce, they weren't willing to join. They won't accept this. The only thing I can think to do was ask them to give me money instead of admin points, but it's not like that's... Oh, it did work. Oh, maybe it didn't. I think they just took out another loan or something, because it was like 100 and something, right? But I don't think what I did worked, but let's just say that it did. All right, we're doing Unified China on them, man, and we're going to be focusing on the coastline primarily over here. So, there it is. Ryukyu's going to join in this as well. I don't have a navy at all, so we'll deal with these guys. Well, actually, no, they're in the region of Japan, so we don't care about Ryukyu. Maybe we could just force tributary them or something. So, yeah, there's Unified China. All right, in this first war, I'm actually going to aim to occupy all of them, just so we don't have to keep reoccupying them in every next war. Or do I do that? I don't know if I do that. We'll see. Ooh, prospering times in the Xi'an trade node. Excellent. So we are going to do that, and that is a level 3 center of trade right there. And as you can see, boys, we're getting cores on literally every province we occupy. Nice. And there we go. That's about enough. I think, yeah, Ming will accept. This is everything we're taking right here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it might be worth it taking stuff over here just so we can go for Shu as well. So do I want to do maybe something like, I'm trying to create pretty borders here, boys, as well, so forgive me for that, but let's do maybe something like this, and then we can fight Shu as well next time. Yeah, this is everything. I've occupied everything. I've gotten cores on. Sure, we could keep going so I could get cores on the rest, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna get cores on it later. So there we go. That's our peace out with Ming, ladies and gentlemen. Not even using the Bank of China in this playthrough, not farming Ming for cash, but there's our second war with them done. And very nice conquest, if I do say so myself. We've also acquired the second city that we need quite a lot, Nanjing, which is Jiangning, in Manchu, I guess. But yeah, there we go. That'll help us get even more mandate. So with that, we're done. We do need to like full core some provinces here that were already part of states. And obviously, since we do have admin points, I am going to be stating up everything we've just taken in China. That's why I haven't been stating stuff in Mongolia, because wow, we're gonna need a lot of GovCap this campaign. But yeah, I do definitely want to like insta full state all of this stuff right here. That does cost admin points, but no big deal. And pretty soon we'll be able to fight Shu as well. Ming, I don't think they're gonna blow up because they're not the emperor. Sure, they're like super weak, but I'm not expecting any more of these guys to pop up because most of them are event related and disaster related. I really don't know how Shu popped out, but you know, I guess that's that. All right, let's go back home. That has put us in a really powerful position. Oh, trading in China where now? That should give us a bit of meritocracy, and it's finally increasing. Frick yeah. I'm gonna make Calm a tributary for now because we're not getting claims on their stuff yet, although I will for sure be conquering stuff over here. Also, why am I still allied to Yarkand? Let's get rid of those guys. There's finally a mission we can do, and it's actually this one, the first of the mandate missions, form the depots. So what I did for that is I devved Baoding and Yangping right here and got the eunuchs to 60 loyalty by doing a privilege for them and by actually giving them one privilege after I already read this other mission, which doesn't say, you know, blah, blah, blah. Let's not get into it too much, but the event Eastern and Western Bureau happens. So Western Bureau will be granted to the eunuchs. Okay, it's privileges, which does the following effects. No effects upon being granted, but it does give us mandate growth and reform progress. Eastern Bureau is more mandate growth and meritocracy. Yeah, let's do the Eastern Bureau, man. Okay, if we have to do that. Yeah, it's tricky, man. It's tricky giving these guys privileges. I really don't know how we're going to handle them because they do get really powerful. I am going to try and revoke one of these whenever I can, but yeah, there we go. We are granting eunuch privileges, man. Granting eunuch privileges, unlike nobles, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, progressing nicely. But yeah, boys, I think that's a pretty good place to call it, man, for our first part of this Qing Grand Campaign over here. Obviously, our goal was to form the nation of Qing, which we've already done. I should have called it as soon as we did that, but I pushed a little further into China right here just to give you guys a little bit of entertainment. But after starting off as Jianzhou, man, we've established ourselves as the #1 great power in the world. We're actually making so much money, it's not even funny. It's gonna be even better once we take even more money making idea groups and conquer the rest of China. Buildings, we're putting them down all the time. These are all the marketplaces. Some production buildings here and there. There we go. Let's do a couple of more right there in the heavily triggered provinces. Churches here and there. Maybe I got some barracks down. Yes, I did. So all of that is working out great. Everything in Manchuria and China stated. Mongolia, we're keeping unstated for now. I will do that once we get more GovCap because I am saving all of this for the rest of China. And yeah, we're looking really good, boys. Next episode, we're going to continue pushing into Oirat right here. We're gonna continue pushing into China, might even get involved with these guys right here in Tibet and whatnot, and we'll see how it goes. And obviously we'll continue by passing various other celestial reforms. I'm only gonna pass them once we're at 100 because I really don't want to dip that low. So next time, once we get 100 mandate, we'll continue passing these reforms right here. Some of them are locked behind certain things, so we'll do those certain things to further the thing. And yeah, you know what it is, man. But yeah, episode 1 of Qing right here looking really, really good. Like I mentioned about Korea, tell me in the comments if you want me to conquer them, although there is a chance I recorded the next episode of this grand campaign before you guys even see this first one. So yeah, we might save that for episode 3 or whatnot. And it's actually not bad because Korea will be deving up these provinces sky high for us, so we might even eat these guys up in the last episode if we do end up not keeping them as a tributary. But yeah, man, if you enjoyed this episode of this grand campaign of Qing, definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and so you stay up to date with you know, all the grand campaigns and other videos. But I think that's about it for me for now, and I'll see you next time.